Good day, I'm Arnold A. Del Rosario, B.Ed 3, English 1. Today I will share my schemata or knowledge about methods of teaching and teaching style. First, method of teaching. There are four types. First is instructor or teacher-centered method. Second is learner-centered method. Third is content-focused method. And last is interactive or participative method. First is instructor or teacher-centered method, and this is the meaning. The more traditional or conventional approach, the teacher functions in the familiar role of classroom lecturer, presenting information to the students who are expected to passively receive the knowledge being presented. So the teacher is the center of the knowledge and in charge of the learning. So for short, the teacher is the information giver. So also teacher give the lessons, activity, quizzes, and exams, and also the grades. So teacher is the one who's in charge of it. And also teacher can change the lessons, change the activity, to consider the different kinds of students, the learning styles of the students. So because there are some students who are auditory and visual and also kinesthetic, because students are learning through pictures, sounds, or more on hands-on. So teacher is the one who's in charge and also to consider the different learning style of the students. Second is the learner-centered method, and this is the meaning. The teacher is still the classroom authority figure, but functions as more of coach or facilitator as students embrace a more active and collaborative role in their own learning. So here is the students are the center of the learning. So through this, they will have a chance to speak. They will give ideas or sharing their very wonderful answers. Also, they can ask questions of the misunderstanding, to the teacher, ask questions so that you can really correct the misconception. And also, teacher can ask questions to the students so that also teacher can also learn from the students also, just give and take. And also there's example of the collaborative, which will they will have a group activity, group reporting, or think pair share, where the teacher give topics, and here the students are able to explore, search about the topic, and also they can share their ideas to their classmates so that other classmates also they can share and they can get knowledge from your classmates. So just give and take also. And also the role of the teacher here is to facilitate, to coach them, or if there is a misunderstanding, the teacher can also give a little bit information about it. Just teacher needs to let their students explore more. So that's why here learner-centered method is being mentioned. Third is content-focused method, and this is the meaning. It's a method where both the teacher and the learners have to fit into the content that is taught. So here is the content. So the subject or the topic that needs to be taught in the class. So as what I've said earlier, the teacher must consider the different kinds of students, the learning styles of the students. So here the teacher can change the lessons, can change the activity, the instruction materials, where the students can fit their styles. Because there are some, you know what I've said earlier, that there are visual, there are auditory, kinesthetics learner. So the teacher must also consider that one, so that the students can be able to learn and can be able to, you know, have fun also. The content must also be, you know, not boring, so that students more active in the class. So you really have to change. You're not going to be dependent on the books or the given books in the school. So you must also to change that, because there are some students are different. You don't have to focus on one. So because there are a lot of students, and you also teacher know your students, di ba? Para ma-change nimo ang lessons, and also to consider their different learning styles, because there are some they learn from pictures, right? They're more on hands-on, so that's why that content focus method is mentioned there. Last is interactive or participative method, and this is the meaning. It's a means of instructing whereby the teachers actively involve the students in their learning process by way of regular teacher-students interaction, student-student interaction. So here is the participation of the students. So they are actively must participate in the class. So after the discussion, there will be a question and answer portion where the teacher are giving questions to students, and they will respond to that question. So that's the meaning of the teacher-student interaction. And the student-student interaction is the if the after the discussion, if there is the activity where the for example, group reporting. So group reporting, there will be grouping. So they will gather students. So teacher are giving topics to each group. So here students are, or group are collaborating, need to participate or giving ideas or knowledge about the topic. So, and after the collaboration, after the exchanging the ideas, so they're learning from each other. So after, they will report in front, and also after the reporting, the other students or the listeners or their classmates can also learn from them, because they are giving a knowledge or information about that topic. So that's this student interaction. Also, there will be a question and answer if there is question from other classmates. So that's the interaction. And now let's proceed to the teaching styles, and there are 5 types of teaching styles. First is the authority style, the delegator style, and the facilitator style, and the demonstration style, and last is the hybrid style. First is the authority style, and this is the meaning. Is teacher-centered and frequently entails lengthy lecture sessions or one-way presentations. Students are expected to take notes and observe information. So here, teacher is the only one who will discuss the lessons, who will give the knowledge to the students. So the teacher will be the center of learning, because the teacher has the authority or the control of the class. So the role of the students here is to listen and ask clarifications, and however, their primary role is to listen and take down notes only. So there will be no interaction between teachers and students. So some students, they will find it boring because of the lengthy lecture or the long discussion. students will find it boring, so they will not gonna listen to teachers. Second is the delegator style, and this is the meaning. The delegator style is best suited for curricula that require lab activities such as chemistry and biology, or subjects that warrant peer feedback like debate and creative writing. So here is teachers promoting a collaborative, and there will be a group activities. So for example, teachers are assigning or making a group project. So they were going to have a, for example, a drama filming. So individual students or groups are responsible for the learning. So each group will have a freedom to choose what they're going to and how they're going to make their own drama filming. So the teacher here is used as a consultant only. Third is the facilitator style. The meaning is facilitators promote self-learning and help students develop critical thinking skills and retain knowledge that leads to self-actualization. So here, the students are the center of the learning. So teacher is letting their students stand their own and explore everything. So if there is a teacher's activity which is involving on making a, for example, PowerPoint presentation, so students need to explore on how to use or to make a PowerPoint presentation. So they have to learn from themselves. Okay. The teacher's role here is the facilitator. If there is a miscomprehend, also that's the time the teacher will enter it and guide their students. Next is the demonstrator style, and this is the meaning. Demonstrator retains the formal authority rule by showing students what they need to know. The demonstrator is a lot like the lecturer, but their lessons include multimedia presentations, activities, and demonstrations. So the best example in here is the physical education, where the teachers needs to demonstrate and or show the proper way of moving their body or the dance steps. So that's the best example in the demonstrator here. Teachers are the one who help to or to coach them on how to properly make the right way of moving their body, something like that. Last is the hybrid style, and this is the meaning. Follows an integrated approach to teaching that blends the teacher's personality and interest with students' needs and curriculum appropriate methods. So here, teachers, the teaching styles of the teacher is they will integrate the different kinds of learning styles of students because their diversity is different. So the teacher needs to follow the interests of the students and also their personality, because there are some students are more on visual, auditory, and kinesthetics, and so on and so forth. So teachers must consider that also, so that her lessons, her activity will be effectively delivered in the class. And also, your students will be able to participate in your class also, because the discussion or the class or the lessons are being blended by the many learning styles of students. So they will participate in the class. And that's all. Thank you.